Prem Sivalavindravan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Siddharam everybody, pleasant good morning, Saturday morning. Coming from the Shri Krishna Seva Ashram, Pandit Keshava, with you this morning. We're going to do discourse talking about the importance of giving food today. In addition to that, this morning, as going on behind me, we have our food drive, our hamper drive going on this morning. Special thanks this morning and blessings to all those that made it possible, corporate and ordinary people that came together to help people that were and are in need. So from time to time, we at the ashram, we do these type of Seva type activities, meaning charity, helpfulness, however you want to look at it. And as we go this morning, we'll discuss it more. For now, everybody join your hands as we begin our satsang with prayer. Om Gajananam Bhutaganadi Sevitam Kapeta Jambo Palachar Bhakshritam Umasutam Sho Kavinashkadakam Namami Viganeshwara Padapankajam Sarvamangalamangalye Shive Sarvat Sadike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namastute Mahamaye Shri Pite Surapujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute Karpur Gauram. As you think about Lord Shiva this morning, Karunavataram Sansar Saram Bhujigendraharam Saravasantam Hridaya Ravinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Lord Shiva, you are the one who is white as camphor, an incarnation of compassion, the essence of this existence, whose mala is the serpent king, always dwelling inside the lotus heart. I bow to you, Mahadev, Devi Mother, I bow to you. Om. This morning, as we enter into a discourse that deals with food, that is focusing on food, let's pray together and thank God for what we have. Om Manapurna Sarapurna Shankara Prana Lavaye Jnana Vairagya Vidya Artam Bhiksham Dehi Cha Parvati. O beloved Shakti of Shiva, Parvati Mata, fullness everlasting and full manifest as this food, O Mother, nourish us with this gift of food so that we may attain knowledge, dispassion, and spiritual perfection. Mata cha Parvati Devi Pita Devo Maheshwara Bandhava Shiva Bhaktascha Swadesho Bhavantrayam. Om Parvati Divyai Namaha. Goddess Parvati is my mother and Mahadev Baba is my father. All devotees of Lord Shiva are my family. And today, all three worlds are my home. Today, as the members of the ashram, for those of you looking on, if you are not aware of what we're doing behind me, we're giving out the hampers. And as we are doing it, today is a very significant day, Patra-wise. We're praying about food, we're praying out of gratitude as well, out of thankfulness and gratefulness for what we have. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudakshate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamavashishyate Om Purnatigum Bhyo Namaha. Shiva is the fullness. Creation is the fullness. For Shiva's fullness flows this world's fullness. From his together energy comes the energy that runs this world. This fullness issues from the Jiva Atma, comes from Param Atma. The little energies, the word fullness doesn't do it justice, but the little energy comes from the big energy. Yet that energy remains full, it is never deficient. And may that energy be present in where we are, where you are, where help is needed, where sickness and splitting homes, where trouble is present, where people are dying. We need that energy more now than ever. Today we pray. Let's pray, everybody, on this Saturday morning as we pray for the blessings of the 9th planet. Brahma Murari Shri Purantakari Banu Bhumi Suto Buddhascha Guru Shukra Shani Rahu Ketava Kuruvantu Sarve Mama Subrabhatam. As I'm reading from the text, here comes the mantra. As Hindus, when we get up in the morning and we look Kara Darshanam, somebody asked me about this, so I want to explain it one time. Kara Darshanam is when you get up and the Kara is this part of the hand and you're gazing at the hand, where my history, where my future, let's say the palmistry study, where it is written, and I'm praying to God, Mother, please bless me with goodness. How does a Hindu start the day? This is before we get to do the preparation of shower and brush teeth and all that. I'm still on the bed. But when you get off the bed, before you get off the bed, the next moment is not assured. So what the Hindu does, right there, as you open your eye and looking at your hand, this is the posture, holding your hand like this, Kara Darshanam. Kara Vasate Lakshmi Kara Madhye Saraswati Kara Mule tu Govinda Prabhate Karadharshanam. May the goddess Lakshmi, who resides in the tips of my fingers, may the Saraswati that lives in my palm of my hands, may the Krishna that lives in my wrists at the base of my hand, thus one should look at their hands in the morning and contemplate on the devatas that sit here. Think about that when you're saying your prayer. This is why when we get up Kara Darshanam, I look at my hands. In this way, I pray. In this way, everybody, this morning we have begun to share food. Somebody asked me why. You'll hear in a little bit from Gita about the value of doing things in the proper time. Thursday was the Durga Naumi, the Naratam Naumi. Then it became the Vijay Dashmi. Then we had Dussehra. Then we had Papan Kush Ekadashi Brat yesterday. Today's the Ekadashi finished here. How today run? Ekadashi finished at 7 minutes past 8. Dwadashi finished at 9 minutes past 8 this morning, so 2 minutes long. Then Trayodashi finished at 37 minutes past 8, and we are currently in the Chaturdashi of the Ashwin month. Full moon is around the corner. With this auspicious nature and all these different things, Papan Kush, long story short, would have been the Ekadasi, where a person worships Lord Vishnu, they do good and they get forgiveness of sin. This morning, as we're doing this course, let us enter into Padma Purana, and we're going to listen to Book 4, Bhumikand. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Kunjala Uvacha Munis Prakar Bhagavan Shishyam Pratayetam ye dvijyati dhyanam karma aur ye vrata ye nata ye shatyatam Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatma Namo Namah. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Kunjala, this Guru is speaking, and he has been explaining the value of different things in this section, Bhumikand, Book 4 of Padma Purana. Here he says, "O son, in the previous discourse there were some horrific things about people starving so much that they started to eat the flesh of their loved ones." You have to understand the backdrop of this discourse today. In the previous section, we deal with a place where there's so much famine and hardship and drought and sickness that older ones are dying. And they had made the decision that when one has died, their body would feed and nourish the living one so that life could go on. So the young fella now is very perturbed. How is it that this could happen? How is it that this amount of starvation, hardship, difficulty befalls an individual? What could have caused such a situation? This is the first question. There is no doubt, O son, inauspicious acts cause repercussion. A man enjoys happiness due to meritorious deeds, and a man has to undergo sinful punishment, suffering, because of sinful deeds. A person undergoes pain, hardship, difficulty. Think about somebody losing somebody dying, somebody getting sick, somebody suffering, somebody, let's say the parent or the grandparent lives to see, unfortunately, the death of a younger one. Why? Because of sinful past deeds. A man should undertake, man meaning person, human, not only man but also female, children. A man should undertake a deed after being pondered over subtle parts by means of knowledge of scripture. Meaning, when a person knows the reality that deeds lead to good or bad experiences, when I do bad or good deeds in my past life, in my present or my future, I will have happiness or sadness depending on what I do. With an eye of knowledge, with a vision, with drishti, with the guidance, you would say Sat Chit Anand, the Chit, or the Lord Shiva that's talking in your head, you know, that voice that we say we're talking to ourselves. In Hinduism, we believe that Chit to be Lord Shiva guiding you at a personal level. I don't feel you should go to work today, you know. I feel you should get up and cut up the okra before it's spoiled. Little things, children. I feel I should get up and study my work. I don't understand simultaneous equations yet. I need to push a little more. A man should undertake deeds after thinking about it with the knowledge of the scripture. Also having repeatedly thought over the course that you want to go on to, the conduct that you want to follow. Then you will be guided properly. An artist making fashionable images produces elegance by means of luster, seeing flames and fires, seeing the sky with the blue. Maybe you took metal and you beat it to fashion a sculpture, but it comes only, that material is only fashion. It only comes out properly when a person sees through drishti where you want that to be molded, folded and made. I could take clay. It doesn't mean Keshava would be able to make a diya. I could take metal. It doesn't mean I can make this metal chair or that metal door. I have to have that drishti. And that drishti, that vision, comes with karma. It comes with as a result of a person having done good, and they are now going to be able to reap their reward. As metal heated by fire will so slowly turn into liquid, undoubtedly the kind of form that is similar to this, like food, you take raw food, you cook it, and you get something a little more palatable, delectable, etc. A deed that you are enjoying, something that you are enjoying is caused by a deed that was done before. It is this deed that is the principal thing, the root cause that is causing everything to come forth. So imagine the rain falling allows the farmer to reap the rewards of what he sowed in the ground. In the same way, a man enjoys the good from what he has sown in his or her life. Deeds could be the cause of great amount of happiness, and deeds could be the cause of great destruction. All of us are controlled by the fruits of these deeds. We are the heirs or the inheritors of the deeds of not only ourselves, but of our ancestors. Remember the other night we were doing the discourse where Lord Shiva takes off the head of Ganesh Baba, and we heard where it was a shrap that Lord Shiva got. The son inherits the sin that the father comes down here, man. He is affected by, in this example, he's affected by the sin that Lord Shiva, the shrap that Lord Shiva had gotten when Surjanarayan's family was damaged. In this way, it is the deeds that prompt a person's pain or pleasure. As gold or silver is poured down in liquid form, the desired form in the same way is being conceived in accordance with the person's deeds. Just as the liquid is falling into a mold, and that mold, depending on what you design it to be, that will be the shape. Let's say I want to make a ring, I cast the gold from liquid, it will come solid and will look like how I want it. Likewise, the energy from birth to birth, we are coming. Remember, we just said the fullness or the energy, Purnamida, Purnamidam, that energy is coming. But depending on the deeds we perform, so the figure, the big belly, the small belly, the bald head, the no bald head, the missing teeth, the blotchy skin, so the body is going to be made. Not only the body now, go one step further, the quality of existence this body have to face. Do I get married? Do I get separated? Do I have children? Do I have a job? Will I have happiness? Will I have health? Will I have neighbors? Will I own a home? All these factors are based on your deeds. Just as the fetus is within the body, the span of life, action, wealth, learning and death has a cut-off time. As the doer, the maker, the potter takes a lump of clay and similarly acts, and he's making this lump of clay into a diya or kalsa, as me and you might know it. Likewise, you are in control in the shape of your destiny. And sometimes people don't understand that. Sometimes people think God is in charge, the Patra is in charge, somebody else is in charge. Have you ever heard somebody say, well, I'm not to blame. My mother never carried me in the prayers, or I had to mind the children, I never had a chance, whatever. But what it says is, and it's echoed in the Quran, when we go to God after this life leaves the body, we only account for what we have done. And when it looks as if you're not in control, the truth is you are in control. Just as the Jew in the form of the fetus acquires a bed in the wall of the womb and is growing, and there could be pleasure There could be pain. A person could grow into a beautiful, happy, bouncing baby that will be treated with love, or miscarriage, stillbirth, or the child is born in a malign body, or maybe in a malign home where not only bad treatment, worse than that is if you're brought up in a home and you're not taught the etiquette, you're not taught the manners, you're not given the tools to survive in this life. What causes these things? Deeds, past deeds. And I want you to think about it, because I always say, and I'm saying this very clear, I am saying it, Keshava Gosine, poverty is not in your pocket. Poverty lives here. Poverty lives here. There are some people, because of divorce, because of circumstance with parents, debts, parents being a gambler, whatever it be, you are born into poverty. But as we all know, indentured laborers came here with very little. But hard work never killed anybody. Honest work never killed anybody. You can't get through in the university to study engineering, but I could go and learn plumbing, I could go and learn electrical. And as I am always saying, you see, plumbers and electricians, they are the doctors of tomorrow. You see the garbage man? He's the millionaire. Whereas me and you have a ministry job where me and you might be running taxi and etc. The garbage man is indispensable. As we learned with COVID, he's essential. So what we judged as somebody who is not necessary, we're learning. What about the farmer? Could we do without the farmer? Could we do with high tomato prices in the marketplace? This guy is critical. And if a person cannot get the traditional job or what your neighbor have or what your friend have, it doesn't mean that's the excuse, that's the end of the road. It means you have to find a different route. This morning, the reason why I'm harping on this topic, I got many calls this morning besides the hamper. Some, like my young friend UV Singh from up in Sangre Chiquito, very happy for him, God bless him. They got their CXC results. And some were very happy. And a lot of people were disappointed this morning. A lot of people have a problem this morning because the doors of A-levels, the doors of university have closed. For some people, they got carried away with the freedom because of COVID. For some people, without the proper guidance from teaching staff, without that in-school personal attention, we weren't accustomed to this online method. And that isn't one person. So for you looking on this morning, for parents in particular, we will overcome this, but it is not one child. Many children did not perform. We will learn and we will find a way and we will grow. If we have to rewrite exams, if we have to do something, but consider this. There were one or two children that thought, you know, I'm home. To fast is very difficult. To say a prayer is very difficult. Intelligence of an individual comes from their past deeds. Intelligence guides an individual in their choices. Just as the calf will find the mother amongst thousands of cows in a field and know where to find the milk. Nobody teaches a calf where to find milk, nor the baby where to find milk. Nobody teaches a child to cry when they want milk. Likewise, intelligence is not only book sense. Intelligence is the ability to recall that information and use it to make right decisions. But what do you say to a person who consistently makes poor decisions one after the other? What do you say to a person who does not want to take advice? Make it worse. You're begging the child, pick up their book, please pick up your book, please go to the lessons, please. They're on the laptop and only playing the game and Discord and all these other things that they have. Parents care police every moment, every day. Intelligence, there's a time and a place for everything. This morning, let us realize the problem. Let us realize the problem and focus on fixing the problem. The person who have done past deeds inherits these things, and in the course of this life, when they are born with that intelligence, just like the shadow follows an individual, likewise that intelligence, that goodness, that opportunity follows a person. So when we think, okay, the patra is cast in stone, you're going to get cancer, you're not going to do good in school, okay, if that is cast in stone and it's written off, why are you praying? Why do you pray? This morning we continue to, we are currently giving out hampers. Everybody, if you're coming in late, please leave a comment. Please like and share the satsang this morning. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what's going on. And I'm glad you can witness the hamper sharing as we are in the Chaturdasi. The Purnima Brat is going to happen this morning. Likewise, diseases, old age, troubles come from a person's deeds. Patra is a reflection, is a possibility and a probability of what could come. This is why people read palm, people read the line in your face to tell you what could happen. But according to Padma Purana, you are in control. They say that destiny gives pleasure or pain to the person, but fate belongs to you. If you get up and you do the right activity, that activity, that deed is going to follow you in the form of happiness and pleasure. If you are not happy with what the patra has, or you're not happy with what's going on in your life, then you get up, you be proactive, you don't sit down and wait for somebody to come. This morning we are always doing something, if it's food drive or hamper drive, blood drive, something. Because of COVID, I can't do beach cleanup and hospital prayer sessions and all these other things that involve a crowd. With police support, with all the regulations informed, we're trying to do what we could do. But do you think everybody is grateful for help? I want to say this morning to anybody who's a temple person, to anybody who tries to help the downtrodden. I am testifying this morning. I am telling you, there are some people, if you're telling me you want a hamper, do you want a, I would say see that, right? You have to sign for them. They have to send the, well, I would say the procedure is come for your hamper number, come with your ID card so that there's no ratchet fee. You want something, I want to help you, you come collect it. Straightforward. Baba, you could drop it for me. Baba could send me Nene to collect it. One person called me and told me this morning, I don't feel I could come, my sugar high, I don't know. And it makes you wonder inside if people really need help. Then the attitude that some people have, it is amazing. So what I want to say about this deeds, as we're talking about deeds, you see those people that are trying to keep the temples and the kutia and the little prayer sessions and the satsang and the people who do these things, people who give charity, people who try, God really bless you. And I want you to understand the value of what you do, regardless to what other people do. Regardless. As a lamp goes and burns, so too it burns. Good deeds burns away the mistakes, the bad that we already commit. The body will perish by the destruction, just as the lamp will burn and out. The body will perish because of the bad deeds that cause destruction. What caused sickness? What caused accident? What caused murder? What caused these things? In this way, when you hear in your patra, when you get guidance in dream, when you see signs, and your God is telling you in Shakum Sastra, Mother says, Durga Mata says, I will show you. I will show you. When you kitten walk across, when you see cocoa flying, when you see rain falling and sun shining, when you see different signs, I will guide you. Good or bad? Good or bad? When you dream certain things, good or bad? When you dream it at different time, good, bad, now or later on? When you get these moments, when your guru tell you, okay, bad coming in the patra, then I go and I do vrat, I do fasting, I do jap, I do puja, I do pawan, I am praying, I'm offering my dar, I'm doing puja. And why do you do it? Good deeds bring pleasure. Good deeds, like the deer, burns away the bad deeds, the destructive deeds, the destruction that is pending in your life. It could be removed. Praschit karma is real. This is why we say Gayatri Mantra. Various diseases are being said to be the cause of what? Bad deeds. So where did COVID come from? It didn't hit some and leave some by joke or by whim or by fancy. As a Hindu, we believe in our dharma that it is my karma, as nasty and harsh as that sounds. That is what it is. If you don't want it, brother, get down and start to pray. One enjoys the fruits of their deeds. O child, as the Kunjala Rishi is talking, I have told you the meaning of what you have seen and why this has happened. What you saw in the Anand forest is truly horrific. That's when the people was starving and they had eaten flesh, human flesh, cannibalism. This is the land of deeds. This is what the earth was created for. And on this earth, you could have enjoyment, you could have pain. It's left to you. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Suji says, Kunjala Rishi was speaking to this young boy, and now he tells him, he says, please listen to this. In a place called Kaula district, Kaula in India, there was a Raja by the name of Subahu, very handsome, virtuous, wise. This king was a bhakt of Lord Vishnu. Today being the Chaturdasi, I wanted to read this discourse for you. Let's enter into this next verse. Jai Bole Baba Tav Sharanam, Jai Bole Baba Tav Sharanam, Jai Bole Baba Tav Sharanam, Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharanam, Shukra Danda Raja Subahu Satle Kar Anga Janha, Ye Yati Munyo Ati Punya Karsa Ye Yatam, Jai Bole Baba Tav Sharanam, Jai Bole Baba Tav Sharanam, Jai Bole Baba Tav Sharanam, Jai Bole Baba
Tav Sharanam, Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharanam,
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharanam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. They are there. He is there, this King Subahu Rajan. He is a bhakt of Mahavishnu, and he's very intelligent, and he's very dear to all those devotees in that district that worship Lord Vishnu, meditating on Madhusudana and the three types of deeds with your body, with your mind, with your speech. This is why we offer till. Do you know that? Just to teach us something before we go further. He practices Vishnu or Vaishnavism. He practices doing everything for Mahavishnu, let's say Lord Krishna or Sri Ram, in his body, his actions, plowing the field, cooking the pot, bodily actions, going to have your shower. In your mind, mental prayer, manas puja, what you think, how you think, speech, well, straightforward. He performed all the yagya, Ashwamedhya yagya, things that Kshatris, kings would do. His family priest, Guruji, was Rishi Jaimani. And one day, Muni, Guruji, called Subahu, and he says, O Rajan, gifts which give happiness, these cause great amount of enjoyment for that man. After death, when he goes to the great beyond, those type of gifts that bring happiness are of the greatest glory. In this world, There is no fame that is bigger than giving those types of gifts, that type of charity, with pious attitude that will yield, because of the piousness of the deed, great results, great punya. Therefore, to give such a gift is said to be difficult to do, but not impossible. Therefore, make all efforts to give gifts like that. Subhahu Maharaj, listening to this, he says, Guruji, it sounds good. Guruji, please tell me. I have heard, I've done great amount of vrat, puja, I've done all the papan kush, all the ekadasi for the entire year. Every time it have ekadasi, I'm doing. When it's chaturdasi, I'm doing. When it's the different dwadasi, I'm doing. What is this I am hearing? He says, Guruji, tell me of the two, making gifts, dan, what we call dan, or doing penance, which is very difficult to do, which takes a lot of effort from the person's fasting, their waking, if we're doing like Shivratri, Brat, etc. It gives a lot, it takes a lot from me to do these things. Which one yields betterment? Which one is better? In today's discourse, please listen. Just now when I said, when he is sacrificing the three types of deeds, when a person, according to Padma Purana, we see it in puja, has sinned with their mind, they give white till in puja, in Havan. Dear God, forgive me for the sin I make here. In the sin for speech, brown till. Dear God, please accept it. Forgive me. For the sin that your body, let me say I went and thief the flowers by the neighbor or the knee leaf. That theft, that sin, dear God, black till, please forgive me. So whenever you're doing puja, believe it or not, you are asking for forgiveness. If we're aware of it, it's a different story. Guruji Jaimani says, there is nothing more difficult to do than giving dhan. Oh Rajan, actually, this is seen by people in this world. There are some people prompted by greed, and they are lost in the forest of wealth, that no matter how much they have, to part with it becomes difficult. Some people will do seva and they will do service to others, but they have to live like a dog, begging and begging what? To help. There's no great reward, there's no great accolade for helping other people. It is a lifestyle that you have to remain humble and meek and mild to entice other people to take the help. Similarly, some take the farming which is very harmful, it could be damaging. To give wealth which is superior to one's life, earned, which is difficulty, is very difficult. When you work for your money and you have to give it in dhan, that is difficult because you sweat for it, you know how hard it is, you work for it, and then to give it is a difficult thing for many people. But there is no end to wealth when wealth is given with faith to deserving people. Faith, Vishwas, is the daughter of Dharma, and she is a purifying goddess, emancipator of all. She is the Savitri, the mother, the boat that takes a person across. This is why when a person has bhakti alone, bhakti is not enough. Bhakti and Vishwas, having that firm faith in what you believe in, because there will be days when everybody is tested. There are days when you're going to wonder, do the prayers, do the prayers, say my prayers, do say my prayers. I can't believe this just happened. Vishwas, that faith, that type of belief that is not shifted. Religious merit is accomplished by means of faith and not by heaps of wealth. Sages, great souls, men and women alike, may not have money in this life, but because of faith, they reap the reward of moving on to the heavenly regions. O Rajan, therefore, there are many types of gift, but nothing is superior to the gifting of food, which gives liberation to all those that give it. Therefore, food along with water or drink should be given accompanied by sweet, pleasing, humble words. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Please remember this. There is nothing superior to giving food to a person with faith and proper attitude. Why? God lives here, don't you say, Sitaram? If I have the faith that my God is here, when I could help somebody with food, give somebody with a kind way, then it is as if I am worshipping or feeding that devta. Why does it talk about accompanied by kind words and proper attitude? Have you ever gone to a praise? I say it today. It didn't happen to me, but I say it. You ever hear people say, like you only come here for the food, boy. You only come here for the roti, boy. So we invite the people for. What you tell them? Not, oh, you can't come to the praise, you have to go to work. Well, you go still come and eat. You the person who given the neuta, the invitation. Didn't you say that? But now they come just in time to eat. And you with your poor intellect, you don't understand that them eating your food is a blessing for you. That's why we share food in Gita. Doesn't it say no prayer is complete without the sharing of food? You invite the people to feed them. Yes, they get something in the belly, but you get the blessing. And you go insult the people. Oh, as we see, not everybody have the intelligence. There is nothing superior to food, to a proper person with faith and proper right. Emancipation, well-being, happiness, wealth in this world and in the next world is promised. A man enjoys the fruit of giving only food when it is given with a pure heart. You could imagine somebody giving something and they're holding on to it. Wait. I know I read that here somewhere. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17. I'm reading verse 20, 21, 22. Charity given out of duty, without expectation of return, at the proper time, like how today is auspicious day, place, worthy people is considered to be in the mode of goodness, satu, best. But charity performed with expectation. Watch, I giving charity. Take a bit here. Look. With the expectation of some return, with a desire of fruitive results, or in a grudging mode. Imagine I watching and say, oh God, Savitri, I had to see all the dal. You had to take an next piece of roti. Lord, look how much rice that person take. Look, and next grain. And you're griping over that. It have people like that, trust me. With that grudging type of mode, that is said to be the mode of passion or rajasic. That pulls a person down. And worse yet, imagine it have some people that say, oh God, I can spend too much money in giving the food. It have too much chana, too much dala, feeding too much people. Have you ever felt like that? Tonight, this morning I'm talking about you. Please don't feel like that. Please come out of that. If you're feeding people, if you're do it with your good. If you could do one person good rather than 1,000 people bad, do one person good. Listen to the last verse this morning. And charity performed at an impure place. Impure place could be somebody now died, a funeral home, a place of cremation, a baby now born in a home. They're not fitting. At an improper time, same type of situation. To an unworthy person, or without proper attention, attitude, respect is said to be tamasic. The mode of ignorance. This type of charity, imagine I give you roti, roti. Here. Take that. Here, hold. It have people who just discriminate based on race. It have people who just discriminate based on religion. People who just discriminate from because you're living in over there, in that area. Because you're from there, you're bad. Then you have totally missed the boat about charity based on your Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 17, verse 20, 21 and 22. Please read it when you get a chance. When a person gives it with the right attitude, that faith, that Vishwas, that Devi is going to purify you of all the bad deeds and give you merit, praschit karma. This is why when Hindus have puja, this is why we just take with time and cut up the takari. We call in the neighbors, come help me cut up the mango. This is part of the sacrifice. This is part of the charity. This morning I have godchildren, I have family members. Because of COVID, only a few people. And what everybody want to do, everybody will send the children. Why? Because we want to involve them in good. What are you involving your children with? This morning, many children are waking up, and they're waking up to the rude awakening of bad choices, weak choices. We hear that intelligence is as a result of good deeds, but do you encourage your children in the good company and the good deed? Baba, we can't come temple, we can't go in the prayers. Only one neighbor have a fit. That time the bear and the punching and the old oak is for the worms. It's nice. But when trouble comes, because the longest rope have an end. You reach, you see what you sow, as we said in the first part, if you came in late, what you sow is only that you're going to reap. Don't tell me I went praying for this and I expect this. I cannot go praying for this and expect this. If you go and plant corn in the ground, do you expect sweet potato grow on a branch? Because there are people who do that. There are some people who think, I will pray for this, and God wouldn't know that I'm praying for that, but God go give me it. God know my heart, Baba. So sweet. A man enjoys the fruit of giving only food when it is given with a pure heart. He should give a morsel after a morsel, handful after a bigger handful. There's no doubt. Give what you could afford. Give a gift that is inexhaustible. To who? To you. The food that you give, chana and alucha, a piece of roti, a little bag with grain, a tin food. When we're doing the canned food drive and children are coming with their canned food, parents, old people with their first little portion of their Baba, we want to bless, we pension, we get through to pension, and we want to bless it. We want to give 2 tins of food, we want to give a bag of flour, whatever, to help people. That benefit, that gift is inexhaustible when given with the right attitude. If a person, due to having nothing with him, cannot afford even a handful of grain, but with faith and devotion, that person stands up and he is feeding somebody else. He is lifting the hamper bag, he is lifting the cedar bag, he is dishing out the takari with a spoon. I can't afford to buy it, but I could help you tote the bag. That person gains the blessing, not only in this life, but in their next life. They will always have food, they will always enjoy food. Whatever is given by a man in previous birth, today you are reaping the reward. Today you are enjoying the benefit. And for those people that have become complacent, lazy, and dokedam, the longest rope have an end, and the best are the best is full. Do you think it is wise that you squander what you have only on foolish things and never take the time to follow your dharma, to do seva, to do charity, to help people? This morning, as I make this clarion call to my people, I'm begging on you. There are people that need help, not only in Trinidad, but for our partners in Florida, to those people in New York that are doing what they have to do. There are groups throughout this world that are silently. You don't see them getting national awards, you don't see them getting accolades. They work in the trenches taking care of people. When you have MPs that are asleep, when you have councillors that do nothing for the people, nothing other than draw a salary, and I said it, draw only a salary. What will people do? If they turn to crime, they're wrong. But brothers and sisters, if we turn around to help people, you could help. He says, the principal gift of food, not only in this birth, in your next birth, food. Famine will never come to such a person. Loss of food will never come. Lack of food will never come. Children will never die of hunger, starvation, thirst. So great is the benefit of sharing food. This is why Have you ever wondered why we make food? Carry the food, not pack a little food, it's cheap. The food is cheap. Everybody make noise the other day. Everybody make noise the other day when our doubles man raised from $5 to $6 regardless of what the oil price reached. But when Kasaili went up by $30 a pound, as if that frying in oil or that coming from over the seas, nobody has said nothing. Amongst all the other kiss bread and all the other things that we make a noise for. What about the person who have to pay for roti? Is press food cheap? Is to cook food and serve people for free? Is that cheap? Do you see the sacrifice that people make when they're sharing food? In our Dharma, no prayer is complete without sharing something. It doesn't say what it is. It says something clean, vegetarian, but clean. In our Dharma, no matter how hard things are, we still share food, and the reason for that is this. That brings that joy, it brings that blessing, it brings that upward movement, that upliftment. We came in this country as indentured laborers. Are we still indentured laborers today? Why are you seeing children and grandchildren aspiring to betterment, higher offices? And where does that blessing come from? The sacrifice that parents and foreparents made before us. Let us continue to lead by that example, follow in their footsteps, so that people who need the help can get the help. Give your charity. Get in contact with me. Leave me a message if you'd like to become a partner with the Ashram, so that when we're doing all our activities, you can become partners. These are not just the auntie and the uncle. Corporate sponsors like SM Dalil and Holiday Foods and many other people became part of this time and time again whenever we are doing stuff. And when the person walks away, trust me, they're walking away blessing everybody from the corporate to from the normal person for what they give in all these drives and all the different things that we're doing. For all the parents this morning that have tears in their eyes, all I could give you is consolation is this. Your child is young and it is not late. If we turn to God now, if we change some of the type of activities that your child is doing, and their focus could come around, their time management could come around. It is not late. At the ashram, we have Hindi class running, we have Ramayana class running, we have music class with Shivanand Maharaj and all type of other people. Get your child involved in some good deeds, charitable deeds, some good seva. Get them into the right mode. You want to go to music class, child, you have to finish your homework, then to go time management. Which part? When Hindu people talk, well, we can't come temple, they have homework. What are you teaching your children? That you cannot do your work and have a life outside work. So when they grow up, what do they know? Only go to work. They don't know about cutting the grass, washing the waste, cooking the food, praying. No, because mommy and daddy didn't teach us that. The doctor says, you know, I'm a doctor, I can't share food. You're wrong. You never meet the right doctor. You never meet the people who could hold a bowl of chana and feed. Brother, you want more? I as Pundit enjoy doing that. And when people come with their tray and their service line, that is not our dharma. Remember this. Whatever is devoutly given by people in this life, it reaps in their next life. When a person cannot afford the food, but they're serving the food. Whenever you take up food and you hand it to somebody, this is why we make a big fuss about the parsad. Don't just tell them, here, look, parsad, here, take. You're wasting your opportunity. You could have taken your hand and say, here, brother, look, something small, this is all I have, accept it now. That action, that hand is doing good. The body is doing good. I use my body, Lord Vishnu, to do good this morning. Bless my God, bless my family. My child writing exam, bless my child. Open the doors for them. Open the doors because we're sharing food for them. That is how it works. If you never knew the value of doing it, this is why we just invite people prior to COVID, invite people to the house to share food, to feed them, and when they go brother, pack roti, pack rice, carry something now on. This is the value of it. Muni Jaimani says, those people that could feed their guru, the brahmanas, the hungry, the downtrodden, the widows, those people that are homeless, those people come from splitting homes, the diseased, the infirm, these people are deserving of food. He who has given food has given life to another individual. Think about that. People talk about cutting the goat neck and the chicken neck and the hog neck and they want to give life. Why do you give grains? You say coconut. Why do you give grains? We had no ratam the other day and somebody sent me a message. Somebody said, man, where we just give Durga Mata swaha in the fire? Where just put coconut for? You ever wonder about this? Let me teach you something. This is a sattvic way of offering what? What is this here? What we're growing here? Inside this, for the school children, inside this is full of potential energy. When you hear the water, God make this in such a way that this will nourish this seed and sprout into a plant. The potential energy transform from seed into a plant. The energy inside here, in English we say energy, in Hindi we say Shakti. The life. I am giving it Durga Mata exhibit, but this will not cry. This will not have a grieving spouse or child that want to drink milk. When you're sharing the food, the nourishment that in that coconut, the nourishment in the grains, in the food, you are feeding children, you are feeding women and men, you are sharing the life of what maintains, sustains the life. You have become Vishnu himself. You have become the sustainer of this world. You are looking after the creation and you are helping God do his job. Hence, you are becoming part and parcel of that divinity. Who do have time to share food? What are you doing? This morning, I'm not going too long because we have to go and meet some people. This morning, as I brought an end on my satsang, I'm begging you, please understand the value of giving charity in a good mind. The best form of charity, food. Of course, a child would need pampers, and that's my next tackling point. Adults who are on diapers need pampers, they need help. You would need things. A lady would need feminine napkin. A lady would need certain things. I understand that. But this morning I'm just picking on the topic of food. And I hope you all understand that. This morning I want to commend, I'm not calling no names. I'm not showing you who receiving the hamper, but there is a distribution actively going on behind me. There's a conversation, there's joy in the air this morning behind me, happiness. More, all the mothers, single mothers, they are coming and I'm sitting here with you, but I'm listening to them. I'm not laughing. Joy, goodness, happiness. Happiness is possible in this earth now. What is it? Birds chirp when they eat, when they're happy. Imagine how many people in trouble this morning with CXE. How many people, because COVID is still spreading. I don't know if all remember that. COVID is still going around. So the ashram, I am telling you the frank comment, I am not doing anything to encourage a crowd. Not now. I am doing it online and you'll get the same satsang. It's for free. You don't have to worry. We're doing the hamper drive with COVID in mind, police here, everything going. But I'm not going to risk anybody's life. I'm not that irresponsible. And I do not want anybody to get sick because COVID is still spreading. The hospital wards is filling up. If you have over 200 infections per day, you have a trouble. If people are still dying, you have a problem. One life is enough. One life is too much. I don't know how you think about it. Send me a message. Forward this satsang to everybody. Come on. Let's join together as we chant some sloks. Vidhi hinam shrishtanam mantrahinam dakshanam shraddha virahitam yagya tasma sampari hakshate. The yagya, the sacrifice, the puja, the gift given which is performed not in accordance with scripture, where one performs it as he pleases, without pronouncing proper mantra, without proper donation of food or grain or dakshana, without vishwas or shraddha or faith. This yagya is known as Rakshas yagya. It is demonic, it is without merit, it is lost, it is foolish, it is a waste of time and energy. Vipro vriksha sahasra moolam cha sandhya veda shanka dharma karmani patram tasma moolam yatha rakshinam china mule neva shakana param. Brahma is the tree, sandhya is the root, the Vedas are the branches, rites, rituals, the leaves. This is why the root must be protected. What is the root? Sandhya, getting up in the morning and worshiping. If the root is destroyed, nothing will be left. If Sandhya worship, if getting up and worshiping who? The Devta of the morning, the God that guide you and I. Last verse now before we conclude. Dharma iva hato hanta dharmo rakshay rakshitaha tasmai dharmo no hantabhyo mano dharma hato vadita. He who protects dharma is protected by that dharma. He who does not protect dharma is going to be destroyed. And what does that mean? That wisdom, when you act in accordance with your dharma, with your sanatan dharma, let's say in this example, doing the positive deeds that we've been talking about, giving food stuff in dan, being humble, having a nice way and not an insultive way, having the attitude to help people, doing it not only for accolades, as Gita spoke about giving charity, but you're watching. I wonder if you've seen me, man. You've seen me in the picture, you've seen me on the painting, on the papers, whatever it is. Doing it with the right frame. I want to help just for helping. I want to make sure all children have food. Everybody can be happy. This morning, for example, every person besides their hampers, SM Jalil, they surprised us this morning. And they brought case of soft drink and juice for every person. Who's going to benefit from that? I'm not a promoter of sweet stuff, but who's going to benefit? Could you imagine every single mother at home that has a child doing online or in school, and they get a little snack, a little something, that little child, one child, just think about one child. If you have a child, think about your child. They don't have. Be very careful and understand what I'm saying. They don't have. And your little gift gave that child a little joy. I can't do that. I can't do that. If I see them begging outside Massy stores or Passades or anywhere I go, go from here, go from here, go from here, go from here, don't bother me. Doesn't work like that. That can't be correct. You are judging the person who will be outsmarting, who will, if you, what our Dharma says, if you can give, help. What that person do, they will answer for that. What you do is what you will answer for. When given the opportunity, as Hindus, we need to be more charitable. We need to up we game. This virus has shown us one thing, how much more we can do. As Hindus, we need to pray for one another. Don't only come and sing and harry when a person dead. We as Hindu people have it back to front of them. Leave the person, don't look for them, don't check for them, never care for them. Don't go, don't go, don't go, do not go, do not. You know how many people were living under quarantine before COVID? How much people scorn the elderly? Oh, they in Pampas, we can't go. Oh, they Alzheimer's, don't go there, don't go there. Like if it was spread like a virus. Scorn their own mother, scorn their father, scorn their own. But you see when they're dead, oh God, mommy. Oh God, Koti, oh God, oh God. Then you see the hypocrite. Then you see the hypocrite. Don't be like that. In our own remit, in our corner of the woods, we try and we best to do that, to encourage young and young at heart to get up and help within the parameters of COVID and all the regulations, within what meager assets we get, whatever help we get, but with the right attitude. You have the right attitude. You're going to do it. I encourage everybody. My doors are open. Send me a message. I'll put up my cell number. I'll put up the group. Join my group. Get in contact. And let me do some work together. Let me help. God bless each and every one. And I'm echoing again for all those people. We did from the Ganesh Utsav with the Puja for the Uchista Ganapati, the Hiramba Ganapati. For those people I got to do the 5-head Ganesh Puja. Then we did Pitrapaksh. Then we coming up the road now with Naratam, and I didn't read, I was doing puja, and we did, you know, with the group, I was in the group more. Today I wanted to read for you. Kartik is coming. Kartik is starting on the 21st, and your pundit is going to get very active for Kartik. We're going to do more puja, more reading for Kartik. I wanted to give my brothers, pundits, and them a chance to read. Everybody have a chance. They read, and now I want to read it. We'll be doing special puja for Diwali, the 5 days of Diwali, and then the weekends after we'll be doing for the month of Kartik. Kartik is started on the 21st of October, going on to the 31st of November. So we have some time. Kartik is not understood too much. I want to explain that for you. This morning, I hope to hear from you. I would like you to share this so that many people could view this little discourse. It wasn't rocket science. It's not big. But for some people, it has a big impact in terms of their perception, in terms of how they're handling themselves, their choices, and the deeds, the choices that they are making. I want to ram that point in. Deeds make a difference. Are you doing the correct thing? Are you doing enough? God gave you plenty. You should be doing more. God gave you very little, do more. It might be different. You might be the person sharing or cooking the chana and aloo, for example. Not the person paying for it, but you could do more. God bless everybody this morning. Now we're in the Chaturdasi Tithi. May Lord Vishnu bless you as that Purnima, that full moon is coming. God bless each and every one of you. Be happy, be comfortable, be safe. Please, be safe. More and more people are breaking quarantine. More and more people are not saying when they're sick. They have a common cold, and I'm telling you, people are doing all kind of craziness. It's still spreading. If it was under control, 200, 300 a day, it wouldn't happen. But it is spreading. We are not out of this yet. Please remember that. God bless each and every person. Let's say our final mantra. Nirmala Ramdas, can you do another discourse? Is this Miss Ramdas who messaged me about the river? Leave my message here now. I'm reading it as we live. If I'm remembering correct, forgive me if I'm wrong. Nirmala asked me to talk about rivers, and I would have to do that. Did she message? I would have to do it in our next discourse for you. But I'll do it for you, don't worry. It is. I didn't forget you. But it didn't fit in with what I was doing this morning. But Kartik is coming. And you know we like to bathe in the river. So I have to bathe my beautiful friend. And it is an important point. Nirmala is talking about, you know, those people that go and they worship the river. For Kartik Jai Ganga Mata. They empty the flowers and the plastic bag. She too. I'll carry all, I'll do it have a little river on my side that I sometimes go and rainfall. And I telling you, it have some Hindu people. It really makes sense you call yourself Hindu, I'll be honest with you. If you worship the river, if you worship the earth, could you do that? Could you throw the garbage bag? Imagine just say empty the leaf. That is what Nirmala talked to me about. Maybe I didn't forget. God bless you, we'll do it again. At this point, I'm glad to have you this morning, by the way. God bless you. Everybody join your hands together. Let's do final pratna this morning. Prabhu, I have food in my kitchen. Thank you. Prabhu, I don't have food in my kitchen. Help me. And I still thank you that I have life. Dear God, for all those children I wrote the exam. Some are happy, thank you. Some are not happy. Dear God, help them, guide them, protect them. Protect them from depression, protect them from hardship, protect them from sickness, and protect them from bad choices. Protect them from weak parents who do not make the right choices or make the time for them. Protect them from parents that do not make the time to guide these children that have exams. God, to check their books, to check their bags, to ask who is their friend, who they're talking to on Discord and WhatsApp, which groups they. Dear God, help parents know how to parent so that they don't have monsters later on. Dear God, this morning as we conclude, Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani. Somebody go say, Baba, we say not prayers for here, what it means? The giver of success, the giver of intelligence, the giver of worldly enjoyments, even liberation. Your form is mystic. O symbol of mantras, O Lakshmi, we bow to you. Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Everybody, it was a real pleasure having all this morning with me at the ashram as we're doing we hamper drive. We could see there the hampers Didn't have any hampers remaining. Yeah. God bless again all the families that stood with me for one more project. Looking forward to all you. If you would like to get involved, leave me a message, send me a message. I'll put my number up in a little bit. Please get involved, get involved, get involved. You can do more. Hindu people need to do more. Let's say our final prayer. Tvameva Mata Chabita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti. Everybody, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Prem Solo Mahapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Pavana Putra Mahana ki Jai. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. Jai Jai Sitaram. Everybody from us here, the Ashram, Panikisma, Priya Mata and the team. God bless all of you. Have a good day. God bless all of you. Keep good and look out for me in Kartik. Sitaram, everybody.